Hi beautiful people, welcome to Kate Space. I just wanted to have a little quick share of some things that I bought at an event called Brac. It's run by Cranford Hospice here in New Zealand and raises funds for the hospice, obviously, and they have events all over the country. And yesterday was Hawke's Bay, and they had it down in central Hawke's Bay, so I made a note of it earlier this year so that I would remember to attend, and I'm so glad I did. I had a lovely drive down and got there early, and really enjoyed looking around all the vendors, and also the Cranford Hospice shops had their own sort of area as well. So first of all, I'll show you what I bought from Sue's that I know I got from her, because everything else is all in a jumble. But I did meet Sue's from French Pear, and I'll link her Instagram below. I think she's on Instagram, Facebook, and Facebook Marketplace. And she curates these lovely little packs. Now, some of these things in here are from France, and there's a mixture of vintage and new, I think. This one I've had a little play with, so it looks a bit rummaged around in. Now, these were probably the most expensive things I bought, but they are very, very beautiful, and I just hope that they'll inspire me to do some more slow stitching. What I have in mind is I have this cover that I created, and I know I've shown this on my Instagram already, but this is a slow stitched journal cover that I haven't put pages in yet, and haven't decided sort of what I'm going to do as far as the spine is concerned. I have tacked this French old linen tea towel on the inside. I've left it sort of open here. I'm not entirely sure, so I haven't committed to that. But I love this, and I think it's going to make just such a stunning journal cover. I guess that will be the front once you've got a spine going on. Yeah, so she's going to be quite a good, decent size, and that's sort of what I had in mind when I saw these packs. So there's this beautiful sort of, I don't even know what you'd call that colour, Merlot, Cabernet, and velvet, and this one here. Anyway, I don't want to take too long going through every single thing, because I did get quite a lot of bits and pieces. So anyway, these are beautifully curated slow stitch packs, and I'm hoping that I will be able to come up with something pretty to make with that. Probably a journal cover at this stage. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then let's have a quick look at this one. So I saw this blue, and I just sort of felt like I really needed to have it. It's kind of got a Sanderson feel about it. Vintage Sanderson florals, cotton florals, vintage florals. So yeah, so it is possibly a Sanderson. Oh, look at that one. That would have gone really well in my current journal that I'm making. And this will be my next video, a flip through of this little lady. And she turned out to be a lot bigger than the other one that I made, and I had to expand the spine. And yeah, so, but I'm really loving how this turned out. And so yeah, a flip through will be coming up on that, and she'll be for sale. And yeah, so here we go, all these lovely florals. And yeah, turn that over. Beautiful. So yeah, that's another pack that I will definitely use. Well, I really want to use, and winter is the perfect time. I should just get stitching and make some covers, even if I don't fill them with anything. I showed Sue's one of my journals that I'd done some sort of shading or embroidery on the front, and she found this little book about embroidery shading, and she actually gave it to me, so that was really, really lovely. Look at this beautiful embroidery. I don't think that I will ever have the ability to do anything that beautiful, but it's so gorgeous to look at. Now, there were some other things. I bought some buttons and some lace from her as well, but it's all mixed up in my bag. So now I'm just going to dive in, and we'll just get on with it. So I got these spools of lace. there were a lot of people there just sort of de-stashing as well, which was really cool. So this is super pretty. Absolutely love that lace, and same with this one. So these are both vintage. I don't know what age they are, but yes, good amounts on there, a couple of meters for each of those, so I was stoked with that. There were some ladies with some sort of lace and doilies and some bins underneath their table, and I spotted this bag. I said, oh, is that lace? And she opened it up, and there was these 2 doilies. Now, these are really lovely. They're quite nice and soft, even though they've got that heaviness to them. But they're quite nice and soft, and they're cotton. They're not shiny at all. They're just, yeah, they're really pretty. So I'm hoping I will find a good use for those. I don't really need doilies, but those caught my eye. And these same ladies had this lace. This is, I would at a guess say this is vintage, possibly trim to go on like one of those old sort of petticoats or nighties that, oh, I know my mum had some that women used to wear, chemises. But it was just the blue colour of it that really attracted me, and then it had this little matching piece that obviously goes with it, and then this lovely little lace bit here. So I love that there's a good amount in these pieces, because I'm going to share them with my sister Jo from Little Crumpled Suitcase. I think these might be from Sue's. I can't remember. I think they are, because I think she's the only one who had the cellophane bags. But these are lovely raised sort of heavy pieces, which I love the white, but also it would be beautiful just really lightly tea dyed. I think this one's a lot lighter and softer, but they're beautiful. These 2 motifs, which are obviously off something, and then this one, which has really got that kind of mauvey sort of thing through it. It's a little bit more shiny, but it's super pretty as well. So those were lovely. The actual first thing I got when I walked in the door, I walked in and I just kind of looked and went, oh, I know I'm going to be totally overwhelmed by this. I didn't have a friend with me to keep me calm. But, I mean, it wasn't too crowded, actually. I'm glad I went early. But this was the first thing I saw, $5, and I saw a few things in there that I thought I would really enjoy those. So I grabbed that, and that was sort of got me rolling. And yeah, so these are the things that are in here. I thought this was a really interesting trim, and really kind of, I thought how marvellous that would look in sort of like an ocean beach themed journal. Kind of reminds me of the waves. And then there was this little piece, which I thought was super sweet as well. Then there was some kind of appliques. I mean, that's just gorgeous. And then a lot of this kind of, what do you call this, that maybe decorates the edge of a piece of furniture or cushion or something like that. There was quite a lot of that in here. Like this one here I thought was really cool. It's so fine and detailed. Yeah, and then lots of these little pieces, and a big piece of these flowers, which I love sort of hanging. They look amazing on tassels or other things. And then this cotton piece, which is sweet. There was this sort of glittery piece, which I know that I won't use, but that's the only piece I think in here that was a reject for me. So look at all that. Really, really happy with all those pieces. And again, there's enough there to send some to a friend. Okay, and then I did buy some fabric. I didn't want to buy a whole load of fabric and then feel kind of, I don't know, just weighed down by it. But I saw this one, and I think this will make a beautiful journal cover. I just loved the colour of it and the motif on it. And I also love the fact that you could also use it this way, either way. And even if you use it as a base for a journal cover, and then you could actually cover it in other things, or, you know, just decorate it with something else to add to it if you wanted to, you know, like it would be, yeah, I think it would be pretty. So I decided I would get that one. I think it was like $4 for that big piece. I was kind of really happy with that price to be, yeah, I was happy with that price. And then I got this one, which is not totally exciting. It was $1. But it's just a big piece of sort of heavy upholstery, not, well, is it upholstery? Furnishing fabric, let's say. And it's just real plain, and I thought, again, a really nice base for a fabric covered journal that you could then add to, and even a base for a slow stitch cover, adding those other colourful pieces too, because I didn't have a lot of this when I was making my fabric journal, so I thought that was a good thing to have. Then I found this, which was like 50 cents. I don't know what it is. It's this really gauzy kind of fabric. It's kind of got a stiffness to it. I wonder if it was like for petticoats or something. But it just crumples up so beautifully, and I thought it would just look lovely behind things as an alternative to maybe cheesecloth. And I have a feeling that it will tear beautifully. Yeah, so it tears, and I don't know. I think it will just make beautiful little ruffles and things. And so there's two pieces here that I thought were the same, but actually this one's slightly lighter and a little bit stiffer, but same kind of scenario. So look how lovely and sheer that is. So I was actually really pleased with that little find. I don't know what it is, but I love it. As I was leaving the ladies who I bought that grab bag of lace off, she had a box of these jars, and I had a little bit of change left, so I said I want to buy as many, they were $1 each, as many as I can have with the coins that I've got left. So I had $4, and yeah, I just really liked them. Maybe I don't necessarily need them, but I just really liked, they're quite heavy, they're not real flimsy, they've got a lot of weight to them, so I thought they would be cool for storage. They're not going to fall over really easily, so I was really pleased with those. I thought they were sweet. I kind of wish I'd bought more actually. And then I got this fabric. I thought I might try maybe making a journal with this. Obviously it's kind of like got a cut velvet kind of feel to it. It's really soft, just feels really beautiful, and I liked the color. And again, you could use this either way, so you could use either side, and again you could layer it with other, you know, really pretty lace and things on top of it. So yeah, that one was a bit more expensive. That piece was $10, but again, it's still not super expensive. But I just love the pattern on it. You can't really see, it's kind of got branches, sort of a florally, yeah, kind of pattern on it. Found this piece early on, and this was $10 too, but look at the size of it. It's got a kind of Sanderson feel to it, this fabric. And yeah, I was actually looking at some fabric online on Trade Me that was very similar to this, and someone was bidding and bidding and bidding, and it got to a price where I was like, I'm just not prepared to pay that for a piece of fabric. So I was really, really happy to find this. I think this is beautiful. I love it. It doesn't actually say anywhere that it's Sanderson, but to me it just has that real beautiful feel. It's lovely heavy cotton, so you'll be able to use it as a cover and not have glue sort of leaking through, but you could put something underneath it as well. You could use pieces, you could do some fabric, you know, stitching on it, color shading with the embroidery thread. So yeah, I'm excited about that one, and I love it. I'm really pleased I got it, because I almost thought, no, that's too big a piece, but again, it can be shared. And then I have a pile of these sorts of things. These were like, I don't know, maybe $1 or 50 cents. Same with these. I'm always on the lookout for the old safety pins, because they are much sturdier than the modern ones, and they stand up to rusting. This one's interesting. It's like, I don't know, maybe it was for a scarf or something. It's very big. I don't know if I would find a use for that, but yeah, these are basically so I can just age them and rust them without them falling apart. But I just adored these little gold ones. These are obviously vintage. Nothing comes on a card anymore, as my sister told me when I showed her. But look at these little dinky gold or brass maybe safety pins. They're just super sweet. I just fell in love with those, and they were 50 cents, so I was really, really happy with that. And I found those on my last time around, and I'm really glad I went round once more. Plus, I found a little bag of mother of pearl buttons for $1 as well, so I was really stoked with that, and they've been mixed in with this lot. I got this because I just really, I don't know, the card appealed to me, and I think I'll just pop that as is into my sewing journal. I was looking for some haberdashery kind of things for my sewing journal, but yeah, I didn't really find all that much. So I love these buttons. There's some glass ones in here, and actually, where's the glass one? I mean, this one here is shell or glass. Oh, this one here. This is my favourite little button that I found, and this is a glass button, and it's got those lovely roses on it. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, I got buttons. Do I need them? No, I don't really. This says $8, but I'm pretty sure I didn't pay $8 for it. And these are all plastic, but I tell you why I got them. I just love these. I love how old they look. And because they're plastic, I'm often more willing to use these, but I just love how old and grungy they look. There's a few in here I probably won't use. They're really light as well. So, but yeah, I didn't pay $8 for it, and I probably didn't need that one, but I just really wanted those buttons. Isn't that funny? Silly, really. So yeah, so that's all sort of the haberdashery. And then on the way home, there's this kind of old collectible place that was open, and I haven't been there for years. Actually, I haven't been there since I did a little roadie with Lily when I was taking her down to high school down in Masterton. And anyway, I thought I'd stop in. I didn't really find anything, but I did grab this broken pearl necklace. So they're not plastic, they're glass, so I'm really happy with those, and I'll use them for stitching. And I love these clasps. I haven't used one for a long time, but I have used them in the past. So I will do something with that at some point. This necklace was $5. Did I pay too much for it? Possibly, but you know, they're lovely glass pearls, and you know, I can rethread them onto dangles and things like that. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm not overly upset about the price of those. So I took quite a decent load of cash with me, and I didn't use even half of what I took, so I'm really stoked. Well, David thinks I spent a lot, but to me, I don't really think I did spend a lot. I probably splashed out a little bit on the packs from Sue's, but I'm really, really stoked with those. I buy things off her online anyway, and buying in real life means I didn't pay postage, and she threw in some freebies for me, so that was really lovely. So yeah, those are the things that were in the bag. If you saw it on Instagram and you were curious to see what I got, that's what I got. I've got lots of lovely fabric here, some lace, some stitching stuff, some buttons, and a little bit of haberdashery. So I just had a wonderful day, and I'm so glad I went. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next video, which will be the flip through of the other little purple journal. And yeah, that will be real fun to show you, and I hope you will like her. So have a great week ahead, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.